Hello everyone! Welcome to the stream for the also Philippines Nationals Catch 2023 Quarterfinals round. I cannot wait to see what maps are going to be ahead of us. And also, just the general scope of how everyone is going to be performing next weekend. So, now that we have that settled, once again, this is the quarterfinals round. Also to national sketch both in the year 2020. Hope that everyone. So shall we go to the showcase now, please? And here we go. For our first map, it's actually a different map, but is indicated in the map pool. For that, as we made last minute on the map pool, it's going to be Pitcher Candy, Tanya's Overdose as our first nomad pick. So this is a pretty long map, I believe 4 minutes. But let's see how this one goes then, shall we? So, of course, it's gonna be a little. Yeah, after the long break, they're immediately greeted with a chain of fruits, or I guess you could call it a rain of fruits rather. And now, of course, you're gonna be having some dashes here and there, which you'll have to be able to carefully calculate how far you're going to catch. Or how far you're going to move with the catcher at the bottom. Of course, with that being said, you really need to be precise with all of the fruits that you're going to be catching. And as of this moment, I can definitely see why this is a nerve-wracking pick. As number one, it's going to be very long. Number two, those gaps are not exactly the easiest to just maneuver through. And right now, you can already see that there's once again a lot of fruits consecutively. So the challenge here is not only the gaps of the fruits, but also the amount of fruits that you're going to be seeing there. Once again, consistency is going to be the name of the game in this pick, as you have 1,200 or 1,300 almost fruits that you're going to catch. Not to mention, you'll have so much jumps or gaps of fruits to check so that you'll be able to catch them. Again, it's really just a matter of precision and consistency for this kind of pick. And yeah, as of now, we're already approaching past the halfway mark, so we have a little bit of a spinner here. It's really just a matter of being careful on the spinners, because you don't really know how much your opponent is going to be catching, so you have to be really careful in that regard. And right now, once again, more fruits thrown at you consecutively. And like the thing is, with the droplets, like that makes it a lot. Of course, it makes it hard, but those consecutive amount of droplets can be make or break when it comes to accuracy. Like imagine if both players were just tied, and you would lose because of a virtue of a missed droplet, which is very unfortunate if you ask me. But at the end of the day, you have to be just really careful with the precision and consistency. As I kept on saying a while ago, the nerves can really be a factor in this map. Once again, this is, I believe, 4 minutes and 3 seconds of map. So yeah, it's definitely going to be really long. Now we're approaching the final stretch of the map. You can't really let your guard down here. Still have 100 fruits to go. You can't just exactly be complacent here as you're approaching the final stretch. Those gaps are not easy to catch at all, especially if you're not careful. Might end up dropping there, and we do not want to see any last second change of lead or losing the point due to not being able to catch the final parts. And I think that's going to be it for Nomad 1. So then, we shall proceed with Nomad 2, which is going to be James Landino, Anti-Hero. So the thing about this map is it's more of a technical kind of pick, really. So like we have to see what kind of actual. So yeah, I can definitely see where they could faster. I think eventually will be more of it. But it's not really the most straightforward map. No. Once again, you really have to be calculating those jumps or how far the catcher is going to move at all. As you can see now, more and more jumps are coming into the scene here. Now, once again, just trying to emphasize here, it's going to be really important for you to know how much you need to move here and there. The thing about technical picks is, as I said, yeah, they're not straightforward, but they tend to have a lot of fruits that are clumped with each other, while you still have to make a lot of maneuvers from left to right. And that's a big example of what I was talking about. The clump nodes is really going to be make or break here, as I keep on saying. If you miss a lot of those, that's gonna be a big deduction to your score, and you do not want to see that happen. We're already past the halfway mark, but I think, like, yeah, I mean, it's already past the halfway. Doesn't really mean that you should put your guard down. So with this break section, sort of course, it gives you a chance to have a short break or breathe a little bit. It's certainly not going to be easiest map to play right now in a high pressure situation. Definitely not something you'd want to play. And looks like a build-up section is going to be here. More jumps, and here we go. Once again, the presence of clump nodes certainly going to be nerve-wracking if you're not careful. Like, these clump nodes can easily make you have a lot of deductions on your score, which is due to the amount of misses that you could get if you do not catch them properly. And now time is running out, and more clump nodes to end. It's really going to be those clump nodes that's going to be make or break. I mean, again, this is a technical pick, so it's a technical pick, as I've been saying, and you really shouldn't be surprised at how difficult it's going to be to maintain consistency, full combo, high AC or whatever. As yeah, technicalities aside, the name of the game. Next, we'll be proceeding with Nomad 3. It's going to be Paradise, Nice Overdose. So, looking at this map, you're going to be seeing a small circle size, having a swingy beat, and unconventional hypers. But the thing about hypers is they're the nodes, or rather they're the fruits, have the dash. Them being unconventional, meaning it just means that you'll have to be able to accurately catch them. Because if they're in an unconventional place, that would just mean that, like, even if they weren't there, you'd still be able to catch them. However, because of the difficulty in having unconventional dashes, it just means that the test of precision and whatnot is gonna be present. More clump nodes present here. Yeah, those fruits that are dashes are certainly unconventional. So if you do not have the precision to be able to play those, you will definitely struggle on a map like this. interestingly enough, this there's a lot of dashes really that's going to be careful. Once again, those dashes really going to be make or break in this map. Like, unconventional in the sense that, yeah, you place them and you have no choice but to move at the speed the platter will do when you just catch a dash fruit. So certainly the test here, as I keep on saying, is going to be how precise you can be when the catcher will be catching at a very fast speed. So yeah, really gotta be consistent here, but at the same time, not miss too many here. That's about it. So we have a spinner here. You know, these spinners are a really interesting mechanic for me. Because, like, I've seen some matches decided by... So then again, gotta be really careful overall. This kind of pick here. So next up, we'll be having mod 4. So, when you have no mod 4, this is typical convert. And consistency like convert with snappy hyper dashes and tight mini jumps. So it's going to be stellar, shooting star difficult. Of course, on the OC catch. It is a convert after all, so have to make sure that everyone's aware of it. Pretty sure now proceed with stuff. The final nomad. Of course, we have our video. But anyways, see, the thing about the snap, as I said a while ago, consistency of confidence after that type of jumps. So the jumps are, I assume, those kind of gaps where you have to move. Once again, you have some vein fruits. Here we go. We have a vein of fruits. Wait, they're definitely tightening from one spectrum. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, definitely can see what they meant by snappy ass. Now, yeah, they are definitely kinds of fruits. The gaps are wide for some, but there are also some fruits where the gaps are small. You have to be pretty careful with how you can catch them. Don't push too hard, and also don't do it too less, because if you do not do that at an accurate level, then you will definitely not be able to catch them. Once again, the presence of a spinner. You have to remember, however, where the fruit is going to be. Otherwise, you might be too focused on the spinner that you'll fail to catch the fruit. Once again, you'll be seeing a chain of fruits here and there. And a slider once more. You have to be really careful with those spinners. Like the spinners can really make you drop if you're not careful. Like if there's a note immediately after. And now here in the KI section, you're seeing chain of fruits just continuously dropping, especially with the droplets as well. Dashes can really make you overshoot if you're not careful. And right now, ooh, that technical is definitely going to be a scary one, especially considering that, of course, there is only so much that your fruit catcher can catch. There's only an area that it can catch. And if you're not in that area, then it's going to be a lot of misses for you. Now, time is running out. Now the time is running out. The map is hard to read. Finally ended once more. It's just really a lot of these vein of fruits. You need to catch one by one. You have to make sure that your catcher will be able to actually have them. Catch them rather for a more appropriate. You can definitely see the snappiness of the dashes and how tight you have for the timing of catching the fruits. Right, and this very long either in the catch. What an definitely how again it's consistency like convert with the hyper dashes and tight mini jumps. Gotta be really careful with that. However, moving on, we'll be going with the hidden picks. Yuri Cannon beat Doomy. Bad move. I mean, it really depends if this could be a bad move as a pick. It depends on whether or not you're playing to your skill sets or at least your opponent's weaknesses or whatever. But let's see what the map is fighting for us. So obviously, with the hidden aspect, your challenge is also going to be how are you going to catch the fruits when half of the screen is literally covered, just nothing. Quite the interesting challenge. Like, it's also a low AR pick. Looking at this map, it is AR 8.4, so I can definitely see where Mappool is going for. Now, it's actually 2-minute intro, so it's not exactly the longest. In fact, it's one of the shorter ones, I believe, compared to the rest of the Mappool. So, my goodness, like these fruits just continuously coming. The challenge, again, is how will you be able to calculate the speed or how much you're going to be pressing the key, how strong you're going to be pressing them so you can catch them properly. You cannot just let it go, really, because at the end of the day, you have to catch every fruit. Like, you have to come into the mindset where you assume that the other player is going to be really consistent. And this map is certainly going to be a test on how consistent you can be as a player. You do not want to have one drop here and there. Now we're approaching the final quarter of this map. Once again, with these dashes, the low AR pick, and it's really just a challenge of how are you able to catch these fruits. Wow, this is going to be a really difficult challenge. Air super, everyone, and oh, we just have, it looks like a dash stack on a normal. Definitely have to be careful with stuff like that. So moving on from hidden one is the song should be we're going to be having Flower by the Oil Cigarette. So this pick would be a consistency convert with some jumps slightly edgy. So okay, 9.3 accuracy. Compared to it, since the AR isn't exactly that low, don't really have to worry too much about that. However, you still have to worry about the challenge that this app gives you in the sense that it's still going to cover like half the bottom half of the skin to be more specific. So yeah, as the map progresses, you're going to be seeing a lot of just fruits which have some sort of a considerable gap and more dashes coming into play really. Once again, those screen patterns are going to be detrimental if you're not careful and if you're not familiar with how you're supposed to catch those streamy fruits. I mean, like the rain. I heard it's called the rain or something. I would call it a chain of fruits. That's what it is. Just thrown with some chain of fruit. A lot with some dashes there that definitely give you some trouble if you're not careful. So in here, you have a little bit of a section that's easier compared to the rest, which is nice, but definitely nerve-wracking if you make a mistake. Because the thing is, in break sections, these are the places where you do not expect your opponent to miss at all. So if you do make a mistake, the chances of them returning one or trading a mistake with you is going to be really low as well. As with the break section, there's just low opportunities for you to make mistake, for the opponent to make a mistakes, and for you to have an opportunity to catch up from the mistake that you committed here. So you really have to pay attention for every part of the map regardless if it's a break section or not. So yeah, we're approaching the final fourth of the map, I believe. Alright, so we're approaching, now it's about to end actually, as there's only 200 fruits left to catch, but seriously, this is still going to be very challenging, especially if you're not careful. Those dashes certainly are not going to give you a friendly time if you do not pay attention. Once again, the presence of big gaps is there, so you gotta be careful with how much you dash, how far you're supposed to catch, and how precise you will be in general. And that's it, that's the name of the game. That's hidden number 2 for you. And now, as this map progresses, we will Hard Rock pick. So Hard Rock 1. Onward. This is going to be for map. There's no memory jumps and it's very slow. Luckily, unlike the hidden pick, the half of this is not covered anymore. So yeah, you have to be really careful because right now, of course with the off Hard Rock, the fruits are going to move a lot faster and you have to be able to read very fast stuff. It's definitely the total opposite of something like Hidden 1, as Hidden 1 was considered a low AR challenge. Now it looks like the AR is high and these fruits are going down really fast. Not to mention, this pick is sort of different from others. Why is that? Because it's 2 minutes and 30 seconds. I believe this is actually one of the shorter picks, even shorter than Yuri Cannon. So it's definitely going to be, at least compared to the other maps, so every part of this is going to count a lot. Because with the shorter time also means that there's lesser objects here and there, as though it is up to 1,000. So that means that there's still a lot of fruits to catch even if you make one mistake, and even though it's only 2 minutes. I think a lot of it has to do with the sliders having a lot of big droplets, which can definitely give some chance for you to be able to build up that combo. You have to ideally maintain the combo so you don't have to worry too much about not being able to catch up from your opponent. But yeah, time is going to be running out once you reach the part, as there's only once again you have a change. It's to end it. It's really good full combination. Why there's some gaps. Oh, and there's at the end. You gotta do your best to catch them. And yeah, that's about it. That's going to be Hard Rock pick. It's going to be rain. And for having a Hard Rock 2 as well, or your convoy pick of the map. So now, this map is actually a little bit longer in comparison to the previous map. Look at the note count. It is lower, so every note is probably gonna count much more on a map like this in comparison to something like the Hard Rock 1 pick. 956 notes, not a lot, I'd say. So right now, we're already approaching. It's already 1/4 of. What makes this really hard? Of course, it's very fast in terms of the approach rate, but not to mention, it's a flowy map. And here, you're going to be having some memory patterns. Actually, how you're going to be having. Like, look at these gaps. It's ridiculously big, so you definitely have to practice for maps like this. Another key eye. I believe there should be like 3 key eyes on this. They have a lot of fruit. They're moving at a very fast rate, really. Oh wow! I think I just don't understand how you're able to read. And now you're having a lot of chains. Here you go. Gotta be really careful not to drop here. Like this just goes on and on and on. Now you're gonna be greeted on with a lot of chains. Wow, this is definitely like I can definitely see some players avoiding this if they're not adept with the AR of the typical catch map that has a hard rock mod. So yeah, that's it. It's the final stretch of the map. Again, these big gaps, fast, roots dropping, certainly good challenge and everything. Here we go. Ooh, that slider is probably going to cause some drops if they're not careful. Here we go, Towa no Maigo. This is going to be your convert hard rock pick. So now let's go with DT number 1. Bad apple with the rain difficulty. It's going to by the speed. We'll expect slow AR around 8. So I think I'm not sure if there's something bubble time, but aim is certainly good. Now, the fruits are just dropping in pretty fast as well. I mean, of course, it is double time, so you expect that. I think the challenger is going to be, as I've said a while ago, the aim. As if I'm not mistaken, catcher actually is faster when it actually starts doing faster when you're having a so yeah, we're already on the last third of the map. Catching like these dashes are still very challenging. Especially again, as I said a while ago, I think double time actually increases the speed of the catcher, or at least it makes it more sensitive to your attack. So you have to be really careful with how you execute these parts. And there we go. That's going to be double time number 1. Oh yeah, that's going to be your double time 1 pick. And now, final to all of them normal. We're going to be having going to be U/N Insane Plus. I think it's just U/N. This is your convert double time pick. Would be expected as double time. So of course, since double time pick, definitely going to be on control. And there. Not to mention, compared to Bad Apple, I think this has like actually a lot of fruits to catch. I mean, I think really the challenger. I mean, yeah, of course, we did mention the point, but converts in general like combos in general are just really challenging in terms of being able to catch those streams, being able to properly have the precision needed for those kinds of things. Really, right now, they're thrown with so many of those streams that you'd normally see on the standard chart. Imagine that converted into catch the beat. Right now, we just throw continuous chains of fruits. And again, with the pull required for your double time pick. Imagine this, the short gaps, the amount of fruits, and how sensitive the catcher is. That's going to be a lot of things to take in. You cannot, absolutely cannot just let loose. We're approaching the last quarter of the map actually. Once again, there's still and these shades of food not stop coming in. I don't even think there was a single in this map. Like it doesn't look like there was a single time where you could just breathe your air a little bit, calm down. So really it's going to be a test of consistency from start to finish. Absolutely not left out. But yeah, that's going to be it for double. And to finalize everything, I done for the tiebreaker. Think of it this way: it's a long map, and it's very technical with jumpy stacks that are difficult. Here is our tiebreaker: Sub-Zero Hypothermia. I cannot wait to see again. So right off the bat, you can already notice the combo on the top left. 2,694. It's ridiculously high, especially comparing it to the other beta. The delay effect of 200 is only 10%. Insane. Now, you have these chains of fruits that they just stack on each other a lot. It's going to make you very nervous if you're not careful about it. And once again, treated with so many fruits that are just clumped onto each other. So the thing is, again, I think people saying a while ago, when they are clumped with each other, they're definitely going to be granting you a lot of misses if you do not catch them properly. So we're at the 700 combo mark soon. Technicality is certainly going to be showing. The clumpness of the fruits is definitely going to be there. And also the tight gaps could also certainly be a challenge to everyone here. As they continue to do this, you have to check how much you can dash, how much you are going to be here. Yeah, this dash is going to be really challenging. Wow, like this goes on and on. Like, once again, we're dealing with so many of these crump nodes. Like, that combined with some dashes is definitely a recipe for disaster if you're not prepared enough. Wow, like this really comes together. And again, those dashes mixed with that, certainly not going to be friendly to those who did not practice this beat map. It's going to require a lot of attention, focus, and to an extent, the ability to know when these patterns are going to arise. It's going to be added here. That's certainly not going to be letting down anytime soon. So this is the break section, I presume, which is still a challenging part. But again, you still have the cap to catch. We're approaching the final third of the map pool, or of the map rather. I apply that for that. Bump notes are certainly going to be challenging for it. It's just gonna go on and on and on. Bump notes once again certainly going to be challenging, and we're approaching the final part where it's essentially just raining fruits, just not stopping at all. So yeah, we got 300 minutes left. This part certainly will be. I won't be surprised if there's going to be a lot of combo breaks in this part, because it's certainly going to be a lot of fruits here. And of course, with the added challenge of the dashes, you might have some difficulties when it comes to like being able to precisely catch each and every single fruit. So yeah, there's the fruits, and that's about it. I think we have a little bit of an ending section. This part should not let down, as I keep on saying a while ago. Every single part really matters a lot, and I cannot wait to see how players are going to be doing. And there's a slot spinner at the end. Gotta be very careful with those two, so you can catch as many. So I won't, again, just really difficult challenge for everyone. Tiebreaker? No. And the old thing. I would just like to say I'm really glad that matches happened the previous week. Certainly am excited to see how the rest of the players are going to be. And schedules have already been up since yesterday, and please just to be 100% sure, double check information in the sheet right now. And the Mappool feed has been updated along with the sheet. I believe now, yeah, the Mappool round is all there. Match schedule is also already determined on the sheet. If you are not comfortable with any of the times whatsoever there, please just request for a reschedule on the channel that talks about scheduling. You have until Thursday 11:59 p.m. Philippine time for you to be able to find a reschedule shall you need so. But if not, the schedule on the sheet shall be deemed as final unless you have an urgency to do so. But for the meantime, thank you so much everyone for coming to the OSU Philippines Nationals Catch stream. Quarterfinals Mappool Showcase. We hope that you all enjoy the matches that are up ahead. Thank you so much everyone, and goodbye!